I'm Jess from Ace Poker Solutions, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to launch a HUD on PokerBros using Asian Hand Converter with Ldplayer for our emulator and Holdem Manager 3 for our database. Now, before we get started, an important note for PokerBros: the HUD only works on private clubs and not on lobby games. So on PokerBros, you have these lobby games which looks like this. So the HUD will not work on these. Instead, you have to join a private club like this one for the HUD to work. If you're not sure how to join a private club, we have a quick tutorial on that. Just go to drivehud.com/blog, and on there, just scroll down and look for this specific blog post entitled Poker Emulator Setup for Poker Apps 101. And when you click on that, you will see this post, and just scroll down and go to section 8. There you will find the instructions on how to join a private club in PokerBros. Now that that's out of the way, let's go to our Ldplayer setup. So I'll show you how to enable root access in Ldplayer. This is required if you're using version 4.37 or higher, so that Asian Hand Converter would work. In this video, I'm using Ldplayer version 5, and I'll show you how to enable root access. So first, click on the settings button over here, and click on other settings. After that, look for root permission and make sure you set it to enable. And for ADB debugging, set it to open remote connection. Once that's done, just click on save settings. If you get a prompt to restart the Ldplayer, then just do so. Make sure that you close or exit Ldplayer first before proceeding to the next steps. Moving on, let's go to Holdem Manager 3 setup. On Holdem Manager 3, click on Tools, then click on Site Settings. On the left-hand side, click on Add More Sites and look for PokerBros and click on the tick box. Next, click on Update Sites, and now PokerBros will appear here on the left side. Now, under Auto Import Folders, make sure you have the correct directory, and the default installation directory for Asian Hand Converter is this. Make sure it's correct, and the last letters are PBR_HH. Make sure that's checked. And for some reason it's not appearing there, you can also click on Auto Detect, or you can click on Add, click this 3-dot button, and just navigate to the same file path as displayed above, and then click Select Folder. Once that's done, just click on OK and click on Start HUD if you haven't already. So if it's showing Stop HUD, then that means the HUD is already running. Next, let's set up Asian Hand Converter. On Asian Hand Converter, click on Settings and make sure you have the correct database selected, which is Holdem Manager 3. Also check if the Ldplayer emulator is enabled, as well as PokerBros under supported sites. These are checked by default, but just take a quick look to make sure they're enabled. And you can also enable or disable other settings that you require. After that, just click on Apply. If for some reason Asian Hand Converter is having trouble detecting the correct database configuration, you can do this quick fix. So just click on Settings, then select another database except Holdem Manager 3, for example, DriveHud, then click on Apply. Then go back to Settings, and then set the database again to Holdem Manager 3, and click on apply. Doing that will enable Asian Hand Converter to detect the database configuration correctly. And lastly, click on Start Capture. Now, we can open Ldplayer emulator again and launch PokerBros. So I went ahead and opened Ldplayer, and as you can see on Asian Hand Converter, the patching process is ongoing. So just wait for that to finish, and once it says ready, then you can now launch PokerBros. Let's go ahead and launch PokerBros. Now on the PokerBros app home screen, you'll find the log games and there. So again, the HUD will not work here. You need to join a private club such as this one. And if you're not sure how to do it, just go to drivehud.com/blog and look for this specific blog post with this title. And on there, just go to section 8 for instructions on how to join a private club in PokerBros. Going back, let's now enter a private club. This is just a private club that I created for demonstration purposes. So let's go ahead and enter it. Now you will see the details of the club as well as the tables that you can enter. And before you enter a table, you also need chips to play. So these chips, you can request them from the same agent that you will find here. So whoever agent you've spoken to, you can also request the chips from them so you can play. Once you have the chips, you can now enter any table. So let's enter this one. And as you can see, once you're sitting in the table, you will notice on Asian Hand Converter that the table number has also appeared beside the emulator. So that means the settings are set up correctly and you can go ahead and play. And just a note, you need to wait for one full hand before the HUD will appear. And for demonstration, I'm going to play with myself. Now the game has started and just need to wait for one full hand before the HUD will appear. And as you can see, the HUD has now appeared below the two players, and this is the symbol for the Holdem Manager 3 HUD. And that's it. If you have further questions or need technical assistance, just go to drivehud.com/support. And on there, just scroll down to the support form over here. Fill it up and then hit send, and someone from our team will get back to you. Alternatively, you can also go to Asian Hand Converter and click on the Contact Support button. You will have a similar form here, which you can also fill out and send. And lastly, on the website, you can click on the Contact Us button. So again, a similar form will appear. Just hit send, fill it up, hit send, and someone from our team will get back to you. On our support page, you can also find various knowledge-based articles which answers common questions, and the section for Asian Hand Converter is over here. And I've even highlighted this one, which if you will open, you will see that the contents of this knowledge-based article is the same as in this video. The only difference is that everything here is in step-by-step with text and images. So the contents are just the same. This is just more detailed. Thank you for watching. Good luck at the tables, and I'll see you on the next one.